Hi, Omega Chaos again, with another episode of New Dawn of Tuning, and this time I am tuning with my Stardust Dragon Assault Mode Dragunity deck again. So let's see how it goes. I did make quite a few changes to this deck. I'm not running Red Dragon Archman Abyss anymore, because of course the fact that it's a little bit too hard to summon. But this time is not too bad, but I did throw that Stardust Dragon Assault mode, and currently I don't have any way to recycle it in the stack. Activate Dragon Rewind, of course, the keycard. Too bad it's not that free still, but hopefully in the next ban list I'm sure they will bring it back. At least they should. And I'm going for Dragunity Ducks. I do have the Divine Lance in my hand, and they also actually put in the Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon in this deck, because of course it works very well in here. Activate Lance. Of course, activate Phalanx. I do have Notice in my hand as well, or Strike, Swarm Strike. So Synchro Shogun. Of course, Oceana. And then I can, of course, do the same play, get Phalanx. And now, since I will have a tuner and a synchro monster on my field, I can synchro summon Phalanx and Oceana into Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon to attack Recars, one tuner, and one or more non-tuner synchro monsters. So, Synchro Shogun, Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon, very powerful card. You can also summon Koyo King in this deck as well. It has the same requirements as Crystal Wing, but it's not as good as this, of course. So I think it was pretty good first turn play. Not Stardust Assault mode, but still pretty good. And they also have that Rippling Mirror Force, which I think is probably going to be pretty much the best Mirror Force, because it doesn't target and doesn't destroy, and actually gets rid of the monsters no matter what. Because of course Storm Mirror Force only puts them back to the hand, and doesn't work very well against monsters that don't use the X-Deck. Yeah, I think actually I'm not going to notice it. I don't think there's any need to. You can just negate the effect with Crystal Wing. So let's see what my opponent is going to go for. Okay, Rippling. I think it's fine. So let's see if my opponent goes for Ultimaya or something else. Wow, actually Xyz summons into Fairy Knight Ingrar. That's crazy. Well, I don't have to notice that because I can't negate Ingrar's effect with Crystal Wing, because I can't respond to its effect. That was definitely a very risky play by my opponent. But yeah, Swarm Strike too good. So I guess I normal summon the Dragunity Ducks. Activate effect. Pretty much do the same play again, but this time probably going to summon the regular Stardust Dragon to protect me from Raigeki. Oh wow, compulsory. And I think that's why, because I can't pretty much do the same play next turn. I think that was definitely a really bad play by my opponent, I feel. Should have bounced crystalling, but even then I will have summoned it back again. It's still in my extra deck then, so yeah, so I guess let's go on next duel. And I'm back. So yeah, I think this deck is pretty good, but of course it is pretty slow. At least this version hit. Of course there is a version that is a lot more combo oriented, but I feel that the version is kind of a glass cannon that you have to get if your opponent breaks your board, you are pretty much completely screwed, which I think is pretty bad. I think I'm actually going for the chicken gameplay, just to get the extra draw. Of course this version is centered around Stardust and Assault mode. It's a pretty old deck actually. I think I have explained that story before, that I actually played it in 2012 and then I kind of quit the deck, and then after that pretty much Dragunity got banned because of Dragon Wars, but then I couldn't even play it anymore, and then Dragunity of course got unbanned, and then I tried to play it again, and now Dragunity is back at 2, so now I can actually, yeah, its deck is actually playable. But Dragunity should come back to 3 for sure, because the card is very balanced without Dragunity. Now even with Dragunity it will be pretty balanced, because the one sent to the graveyard is nothing nowadays. Yeah, I think go for Stardust and Assault mode first turn, more or less. And I mean have some defensive backdrop to lock my opponent down even more. That's pretty much the goal of this deck. Activate effect. The one, of course, problem with this deck is that it can be pretty linear. You have to do your ducks phalanx combo all the time. Of course, Stardust or Dragon. Then discard Assault Beast to search for Assault mode activate. Yeah, classic combination. And of course activate Assault mode activating trophies. Oh yeah, really powerful, but of course nowadays there are like I've said before, so many also this card that that's why really no one really even plays it. But still, if your opponent doesn't expect it, or plays a deck that can't really deal with it, it's definitely pretty good. Especially if they don't play back row like Solemn Notice and Warning or anything like that. No, go ahead. Don't really do much currently because my opponent doesn't have any monsters in the graveyard. Yeah, that card is definitely really good for the Khaos deck. Your opponent just ends the turn. Interesting. which means I can pretty much go for Crystal Wing this time. I can just discard a card to search for Dragunity monster with Dragunity, of course. Dragunity is just such an essential part of the deck. Without it, the deck would be dead pretty much again. It will be just very inconsistent. I tried to even play it without Dragunity, but it never worked out back then. When it was of course banned still. And even if won, it was very difficult. I think at this point I have almost won already. My opponent only has one backer to stop me, and I can pretty much negate it with Stars and Assault mode. If it's not a counter trap, of course. Synchro Shogun Vasharan, of course. I will eventually do a real life deck update of this deck, but it's going to be a while, I think. Crystal Wing doesn't come out until May, I think. And even then I might not get it, it might be expensive. But at the same time it's not that likely because it does require, of course, the deck dedication to it. You have to run pretty much synchro based deck that can do some synchro combos pretty much. So I pretty much attack and have something now that negates monster effects and pretty much anything. And some back row as well. I don't see how my opponent can really. I can just negate with Stars and Assault mode. How my opponent can come out of this situation if they don't play something like Kaijus or Lava Clams, of course. That will be quite unusual. So of course then Stars and Assault mode comes back. So nice. Of course not nice for my opponent. It's kind of a degenerate strategy, but well, what can you do? I think almost everything currently is pretty degenerate, at least in the competitive level. For the performable decks and all that coming out. And there is that a new Pendulum mashup coming out in Shining Victories Amorphage, which is pretty much full of different floodgate monsters that locked on Exo deck. And the Monarchs as well have that V as well, so yeah. Okay, my opponent trying to do something in here, but will it work out? I guess my opponent tries to go for rank 6 in here. Norito is not the possibility because Karna is a warrior, not spellcaster. Okay, well, that's kinda unusual. I'll just use bottomless on that. Of course, comes back again. Wow, Khaos goes faster with your attack. At this moment, plant can't do anything really. I could like go for a game even this turn, but I don't feel like going through the motions. I think this field is pretty much enough. Well, MST, I think that's fine. You only have one card to deal with my field, which is pretty much impossible. I can negate any monster effect, and any spell, trap, or any monster effect, so it's game over, unfortunately for you, for my opponent. Another grappling, not too bad. Attack directly with Stardust Dragon Assault Mode. Oh yeah. Well, my punching didn't get anything off anyway. So yeah, because I pretty much got to go first. So I think we're going to end it here. Again, kind of a shorter episode of New Dawn of Tuning like this week with Revolution of Rank Up, but I think shorter episodes are fine. I don't want to make it too long. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. For now, goodbye and Khaos out.